Welcome to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the ages, unraveling the complexities of human civilization and the transformative events that have shaped our world. Today, we delve into the fascinating story of the printing press revolution, a pivotal moment in history that would forever alter the landscape of knowledge, culture, and communication. The dissemination of information was a laborious and exclusive endeavor, accessible only to a select few. It was amidst this backdrop that a genius inventor, Johannes Gutenberg, would emerge, poised to revolutionize the way humanity shared ideas. In the bustling city of Mainz, Germany, Gutenberg, a goldsmith and entrepreneur, had been experimenting with innovative techniques for casting metal type. His fascination with the art of printing stemmed from his observations of wine presses, which inspired him to adapt similar principles to create a machine that could mass-produce printed materials. As we navigate the years leading up to the printing press revolution, we find ourselves in the midst of a cultural and intellectual resurgence often referred to as the Renaissance. The rediscovery of classical texts, coupled with an insatiable thirst for knowledge, had created an environment ripe for innovation. Scholars, philosophers, and theologians were eager to share their ideas, but the limitations of manual transcription hindered the widespread dissemination of their work. In this context, Gutenberg's groundbreaking invention would find fertile ground. His collaboration with investors, such as Johann Fust, a wealthy merchant, would provide the necessary financial backing to bring his vision to life. The confluence of technological ingenuity, entrepreneurial spirit, and a cultural zeitgeist hungry for knowledge would soon give birth to a revolutionary device, the movable type printing press. The city of Mainz, with its rich tradition of craftsmanship and trade, had become a hotbed of creative ferment where artisans, merchants, and scholars intersected. It was here that Gutenberg's workshop, a hub of frenetic activity, would become the crucible for his revolutionary invention. With each passing day, Gutenberg's prototype began to take shape as he meticulously refined his design, testing various materials and techniques. The promise of his innovation was tantalizing, a machine capable of producing multiple copies of a text with unprecedented speed and accuracy. As news of his project spread, anticipation grew among scholars, printers, and merchants, all of whom recognized the transformative potential of this groundbreaking technology. As the years passed, Gutenberg's workshop became a flurry of activity, with his team of skilled craftsmen working tirelessly to refine the movable type printing press. The first major breakthrough came in 1440 when Gutenberg successfully printed a Latin Bible, known as the Gutenberg Bible, using his innovative machine. This monumental achievement marked the beginning of a new era in printing, as the speed and accuracy of the press enabled mass production of texts, previously unimaginable with manual transcription. The impact of the printing press was immediate and far-reaching. In 1450, Gutenberg's partner, Johann Fust, began to market the printed Bible, making it available to a wider audience. The response was overwhelming, with scholars, clergy, and nobility clamoring to acquire copies of the sacred text. As demand continued to grow, Gutenberg's workshop expanded, and new printing presses were established in cities across Europe. One of the most significant consequences of the printing press was the standardization of languages. Prior to the advent of printing, texts were often copied by hand, leading to variations in spelling, grammar, and vocabulary. With the introduction of movable type, printers could produce multiple copies of a text with uniformity, helping to establish standardized forms of language. For example, the printing of William Caxton's English translations of classical works, such as Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, helped to solidify the English language, paving the way for future literary giants like Shakespeare. The printing press also played a crucial role in the dissemination of knowledge during the Renaissance. Scholars like Erasmus and Luther were able to spread their ideas rapidly, thanks to the efficiency of the press. In 1517, Martin Luther's 95 Theses, criticizing the Catholic Church's practice of selling indulgences, was printed and distributed widely, sparking the Protestant Reformation. As Luther himself noted, printing is the ultimate gift of God, for it brings the knowledge of the Scriptures to all people. The explosion of printed materials also led to an increase in literacy rates. as more people had access to written texts. In 1470, the first printed book in English, the Recueil of the Histories of Troyes, was published by William Caxton, marking a significant milestone in the development of English literature. As Caxton wrote, to print is to make many copies of a text, and to spread knowledge far and wide, that it may be had by all people. As the 16th century progressed, the printing press continued to shape the course of human history. The works of classical authors like Aristotle and Galen were widely disseminated, influencing the development of science and philosophy. The printing of astronomical tables and maps facilitated navigation and exploration, enabling European powers to expand their empires. In 1507, the Waldseemüller map, one of the earliest surviving world maps, was printed, featuring the New World and sparking a new era of geographical discovery. The impact of the printing press on art and culture was equally profound. Woodcuts and engravings, often used to illustrate printed texts, became popular forms of artistic expression. Albrecht Dürer's famous woodcut Melancholia I, printed in 1514, is a testament to the technical mastery and creative genius of Renaissance artists. As Dürer himself noted, the art of printing has given us the power to reproduce images with great precision and beauty, that they may be enjoyed by all people. As the 16th century drew to a close, the printing press revolution had reached its zenith, transforming the landscape of knowledge, art, and culture forever. The widespread dissemination of ideas, facilitated by the press, had sparked a chain reaction of intellectual and artistic innovation which would continue to reverberate throughout the centuries. One notable example is the work of Johannes Kepler, who in 1609 published his groundbreaking book, Astronomia Nova, detailing his laws of planetary motion. This seminal work, made possible by the printing press, helped lay the foundations for modern astronomy and paved the way for future scientists like Isaac Newton. The printing press revolution also played a significant role in shaping the course of the Protestant Reformation, as theologians like John Calvin and Huldrych Zwingli were able to disseminate their ideas widely, thanks to the efficiency of the press. In 1534, Calvin's influential work, Institutes of the Christian Religion, was first published, providing a systematic exposition of Protestant theology and further solidifying the Reformation's intellectual foundations. As the years passed, the printing press continued to evolve, with new technologies and innovations emerging to improve its efficiency and reach. The introduction of the rotary press in the 19th century, for instance, enabled mass production of newspapers, further democratizing access to information and shaping public opinion. As the renowned historian Elizabeth Eisenstein once observed, the printing press was not just a tool for disseminating knowledge, but also a catalyst for social change, facilitating the emergence of new forms of community, identity, and political engagement. Today, the printing press revolution is remembered as a pivotal moment in human history, marking the beginning of a new era in communication, education, and cultural exchange. Its legacy can be seen in the countless books, newspapers, and digital media that continue to shape our understanding of the world and ourselves. The printing press revolution's influence extends far beyond the realm of printing itself. Having shaped the course of modern history, from the emergence of nation-states to the development of global networks of communication, its impact can be seen in the very fabric of our modern world, from the books that line our shelves to the digital screens that illuminate our lives. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.